Hello everybody and thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the channel. In today's special video we're going to be featuring my favourite road car in the game. This is obviously the R34 GTR Skyline, and in this video we're going to be going around 3 different races. I'm going to be showing you the setup I use for each race, so hopefully that'll help you out a bit. Excuse me, I'm just going to go a bit YouTube here. The reason for the special video is I've just reached 400 subscribers on the channel. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching and all the comments and feedback. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which is my aim. So hope you can help me out. So sorry about the YouTube bit, but yeah, let's get straight onto the race. We'll forget about that. So we're going to Le Mans World Touring Car 700, a bit of a infamous money grind. So for these races I'm going to be using the engine swap version. This is the R92 Group C engine, which is obviously much better on fuel, but you could easily use a standard Skyline engine. All the setups will transfer over no problem to the car. The way it's going to work is I'm going to show you a brief recap of each race, and then at the end I'm going to do the tuning guide separate for each one. So it took me quite a while to get a tune I was happy with, but yeah, this is I'm really pleased with this one. It's really nice to drive. It's the four-wheel drive cars can be feel a bit dead sometimes, so it's quite nice and lively and nimble, really good through the corners. Obviously ballistic down the straight, all that power. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy this one. With Le Mans, obviously you'll need the intermediate tyres as well, but running predominantly on racing hards this one. As you can see, a very easy victory, and that'll bag you your first 825,000 credits for the clean race bonus. So we'll get onto the tune for that race. Now this is going to be the backbone for all 3 tunes. The suspension settings are not going to be changed at all. I won't run through each and every number. You can see them for yourself. Do your screen grab or whatever you want to do on that. The torque distribution is personal preference. I just think it's better 50-50, especially for the wet conditions at Le Mans as well. It can get a bit sketchy. Gearbox is really good standard, so I've just shortened the gears slightly. You want it quite high top speed, obviously with the big long Mulsanne straight at Le Mans. Lowered the horsepower, and it's just on a standard turbo just to get the performance points down below 900. Brake control I would advise putting near the rear, 1 or 2 for this race. I've got the full weight reduction including the unlimited parts on this one, but if you haven't got those, you can just take a bit more power off, it's no problem. So I'm going to head to the second race. This is the Sardinia World Touring Car 800, another famous money grind event, and we're up against a Group 3 machinery. In this race we're going to be using racing mediums. You'll only need to do 1 pit stop with this engine. I would advise putting the brake bias all the way to the back though, because it is a bit tough on the front tyres. So with this being an 800 performance points race, we're running a lot more horsepower, nearly 1,000 this time, and on the racing mediums. But the car feels great, feels nice and stable as before, nice and lively, very controllable. Shouldn't have any problems with this. One thing I did want to point out though, with it being a road car and road car brakes, at the end of the big straights it's touching 200 miles an hour, so you need to brake early. Here you're using just there where the pit lane and exits onto the racetrack. I found that to be a really good braking point for this first corner, and you want to be using there the 200 board at the end of the big long straight there. I found that to be really good braking marker. So that's race 2 completed. As you can see, another pretty commanding victory on that one, and as long as you keep your clean race bonus, not by hitting any cars, you'll get your 727,500 for that one. So we'll get on to tune for that. As I said before, the steering suspension is exactly the same as before. The only difference is we've got the full quota of horsepower on this one. So with the medium turbo and no restrictions, we're just under 1,000 horsepower for this tune. So yeah, it's a bit of an animal. You want the brake control all the way to the back, as previously mentioned. It just helps out the racing mediums longevity a little bit. So let's get on to race 3, and we're at Dragon Trail Gardens. This is for the Hypercar Cup. So with this race we've got no restrictions, we've got no tyre wear or fuel consumption to worry about, so we're full on beast mode, and yeah, it just feels amazing. It's absolutely rapid. It just makes mincemeat of all these hypercars. Just highlights what a great car the R34 is. It's, for a road car, it's just so adaptable. You can just use it in so many different races, and the tune that I shared with you is a really good one. Like I say, it took a while to get perfected, but I think you'll really enjoy it. It helps you out, even if you're using this car for unlimited races like this, where the fuel and tyres aren't an issue. I'd highly recommend the steering suspension setup. At least it seems to be really solid, and it can be a bit tricky to tune these four-wheel drive cars. And like I say, they can feel a bit lifeless, but this is really nice and nimble, and it's just great fun. So this is the hypercar win, and the setup is very similar. It's just on the racing softs, and I've just detuned the gearbox a little bit because there's not so many straights on that track, but other than that, it's a really solid setup. So that concludes the video. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I say, it's one of my favourite road cars, and I really think you should give it a try. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody for subscribing and leaving comments. It really is appreciated. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.